Good morning on a Monday morning. Appreciate you joining me today. So, as you can see, the question of today is, would you work for you? Now, why do I ask that question? Because we're in the time of the great resignation, and finding capable, qualified, and energetic people to add to your team can be a real challenge. And what this did, it made me think back to 1987, National Chimney Sweep Guild Convention, Louisville, Kentucky. And the keynote speaker for that seminar was a gentleman by the name of Paul Rodillo. And Paul had an amazing program. Paul was truly an amazing speaker. He didn't need a microphone. This guy's voice would boom out. But the question he asked the audience was, would you work for you? And he brought up the things that he had went through in his own career in the trades, the construction trades, and how whenever he started doing what he was doing, how he was treated, how the guys that were experienced treated the new guy on the team, the new guy on the team. And he recounted that. 1987. And I'll be honest with you, it hit a lot of people right between the eyes. So if you're having a challenge today of recruiting people to your team, maybe it's time you got to ask that question. Would you work for you? And take a really hard look at what do you offer? What do you offer to a young person today to entice them to have a career in your company? It's a very legitimate question. It's a deep probing question. But if you face that challenge here in the time of what's called the great resignation, where so many people are leaving their jobs, and we have shortened career paths that we see people are only staying on the job an average of 2.7 years at this point, and you're thinking to yourself, but I gotta, it takes that long to train somebody. Well, if it takes that long, you got to look at the training system. You got to look at putting together the programs in your company because this is what you're going to go through in today's world. Recruiting and hiring and training is going to be ongoing. It's never going to end. You also have to be looking at building up your reserve team. In other words, if somebody leaves you, are they going to leave you in the lurch? Are you going to be totally unprepared? Are you going to be unable to serve your customers? And if you're not willing to look inside of yourself and say, hey, would I work for me? And put together all of that, that is your answer. So let's get on top of this. Is it a challenge? You better believe it. And every business owner in America is going through this in today's world. It is a challenge. It's a challenge out the world. Okay. And I appreciate that. Okay. So a couple people have added in today. I got Facebook users. And here's one that says, how is it the jobs were filled 4 years ago, but now they aren't? What are the missing ones doing? That's a big answer, question here. And my friend Bart says, build the bench deep so you have reserves. It's just like a sports team. You wouldn't see a pro football team trot out on the field without a spare quarterback sitting there. So what you've got to do is make the budget decisions to build up your reserves. You got to make a decision to establish the SOPs for every position within your company, every task. Is this a monumental task? You better believe it. But as Zig Ziglar said, you don't have to be great to start, but you got to start if you're going to be great. Appreciate you joining me today. I hope this gives you some input, some thought processes that you can put to work to grow your company to the level that you desire in your dreams, not anyone else's dreams, your dreams, the business that suits you, your personality, and your behavior patterns. And with that, talk to you next time. Appreciate you giving me a few minutes this morning of your valuable time.